everyone. Thanks for joining us today as we get started on going over the HO fall release. Dropped this morning at early 9 a.m. and looking forward to going through all of the fun and exciting products with you.
Thanks for having me on, Megan. I'll be your Dave today.
I can't wait. Before we kick it off, and we're going to start here on our Polar Express spread, but I did want to give you a few updates on what we have been doing since the last release that we spoke about. We have gotten tons of Deco samples in. We've been reviewing all the Deco samples, reviewing all the new tooling, and wanted to show you guys a little bit of the progress here and show you just how great everything's turning out. As we look at the Polar Express page here, one of my favorite items that's returning in this catalog is the Polar Express Reefer. I do have a sample of it here in front of us to show you. The Deco on it is super crisp. It's rolling really nicely on the rails. It came out really, really good. There we go. Lots of good detail on the car. Got that Polar Express color scheme that everyone knows and loves. And again, just a lot of product that we've been reviewing, making sure all the Deco is correct for you so that we can start delivering these items to you. Got the civil defense boxcar here. Got our prototypes sitting here. Again, these are really great looking cars. They're nice and heavy. They're weighted. All brand new tooling from Lionel for this line here. And I think they're coming out just absolutely beautiful, and they ride really smoothly on the rails.
Yeah, I'm very happy with the way these have turned out from an operational standpoint and from an overall Deco point. But metal couplers, metal wheels, the right amount of weight, you'll have no trouble tracking these around on your layout.
2024 or 2023. See, I'm living in 2024 already. 2023 Christmas boxcar Deco came out beautifully. This is a car that, fans of Lionel have come to know and love, and we'll continue to do it annually here. Also wanted to give just a pan of the scope of all the products we've been reviewing, making sure, again, that all these colors are nice and right for all of our fans here, all the different railroads. Again, coming out beautifully, and excited to get these to start shipping to you guys here soon. All right. With that, we will move on to the Polar Express spread. So kicking off, first time in this catalog, we have the Polar Express Gondola. The Gondola was featured in the last catalog, but only within a set. So this is the first time that we're doing it separate sale. Comes with these really cool bottle brush tree loads in there. You're going to get 4 trees in the gondola there, which I think is really fun. Adds a little bit of play value to the car, and you'll be seeing more of those later on. We also, of course, have the Polar Express boxcars returning and still available for order through your dealers, and the coaches, and obviously our yearly well-loved Polar Express set coming year over year.
Absolutely. Yeah, for the most part, everything you see in the new release catalog is new product, but we did want to highlight some of the Polar because it's still one of the most popular that we have in the line, and we're heading into that season, and it seemed like a good idea to us.
Yeah, and you'll continue to see lots of great Polar items, especially as we near some special anniversaries with Polar. So keep your eyes peeled for more Polar product in HO. Speaking of fun licensed product,
I love these things.
So Looney Tunes does really well for us in all the different gauges, and we had a lot of fun coming up with these boxcars here. These are modeled after prototypical railroad schemes, but giving it that really fun Acme Looney Tunes branding on it. Again, you have, for when the going gets tough, you got the Acme Dynamite, the boxing glove boxcar with the fun slogans on the side. Really making it feel like the Looney Tunes universe has come to life on your railroad.
Right. We wanted to take a sort of a mix of just fanciful, but give it enough of a realistic boxcar look that you could pop one of these in a freight train and just sort of get a little chuckle as it rolls by. It won't stick out like a sore thumb as, oh, that looks odd. But once you notice what it is in that sea of red boxcars you've got there, people will really enjoy it. And hopefully this is just the start of a much larger series of Acme products to come.
Yes. for those people in the office who've seen the catalog and helped us prepare us, this is one of the favorite items for this release here. And also, again, bringing that gondola back for the first time in this catalog with the pipe load and the Acme is really fun. And again, you get 5 pipes to carry along in the gondola. A series that we kicked off in our last release and continuing on, we've got the Anheuser-Busch and Budweiser Reefers. We have the Malt Nutrine and the This Bud's For You. The graphics that we've been doing on the sides of these cards are coming out so crisp and so wonderful. Even in this the HO scale, there's no detail left unnoticed on these. These are going to look absolutely wonderful on your layout and something that you're going to be able to collect year over year.
Absolutely. We're using a mix of traditional style printing on the rolling stock, but also some of the UV jet printing so that we can do photo quality images. Obviously, they're smaller on the HO than they are on our O gauge product, but the level of the detail is just as good.
Yeah, they're very crisp, very bright, easy to read, and look really well on these box cars.
So things like our Christmas box car, the This Bud's For You car, you'll have that really wonderful graphic.
Yeah. Moving on to HO Reefers, going on the prototypical side of things here with the CB&Q, Swift, and Burlington Northern Reefers. Again, continuing on, we did a handful of reefers in our last release, and we're going to continue to do so for releases to come. These are definitely a favorite. And then on the box cars, we have Maine Central, Baltimore and Ohio, and Great Northern. I think Great Northern is probably my favorite one because the bright blue on that is just stunning. But what's fun about the Maine Central one is that we've got another car later on in the catalog that really goes with it. I think those two are going to be really good sellers as well.
So are you suggesting that Great Northern is the GOAT?
I am now.
I told you I'd be your Dave.
Perfect. Again, moving on with the gondolas and pipe load for the first time in our release with new tooling here. We kick it off with Bethlehem Steel, Carnegie Steel, Union Pacific, North Pole Central, which again, one of my favorites to add to your Christmas layout, and the Maine Central that I was just talking about. While these are not all prototypical themes and very what if, we felt like this new gondola had some opportunity to do some really fun things, some really fun paint schemes. And I think they just came out really cool.
Yeah, of the new tooling that we've done, the gondola is probably my personal favorite, just because it's, that mix of steel and wood construction, and it's a different car than has really been done often in model form. So it'll be a fun one to add some variety to your layout for sure.
Absolutely. All right, moving on to some really cool new product for us. These are HO lighting accessories in quite a few different designs and SKUs here, some available in 3-packs and 6-packs. Let me get the product cam out so I can get you a close-up on this. But while I'm doing that, Ryan, do you want to talk a little bit about how these operate?
Sure. These are these have LED lighting in them. They're a warm white LED. They're very easy to hook up. They'll come with resistors to wire in for your layout, and then you can just simply from there hook them up to AC or DC power. And I've got one here that's on our little display module, but let me transfer the clips over. Light this guy up. We've got several different styles, as Megan will show you, and as you can see there in the catalog. But what's nice about these is they are really a nice fine detail. And they didn't just blow that out.
All kinds of different styles here, whether you're, lighting up a modern scene or a country scene or a little town, all kinds of different options on how these would go. There we go.
So you can see here, to give you a sense of perspective and scale, next to some of our new building kits, the size of the street light, and just how easy they are to hook up. Just drill a hole, fish the wires through, and attach to your bus wire or your power line. Really a nice, I think what impresses me most about these is the scale detail and the quality of the construction of them. They're very nice nice light overall, and will look very great on any layout, no matter if you're a stickler for high-end detail or just getting started. And so many shapes and styles to choose from, and really the pricing on these is fantastic. We've got a new partner that we're working with to produce these, and he's doing a great job. He's got a million more ideas, so I look forward to bringing some more things down the road in upcoming catalogs. And we already have these in production, so we're hopeful that we'll see these in time for delivery later this year.
Yeah, absolutely. All kinds of different styles, different color options. Again, in 3-packs and 6-packs at a really affordable price. Pick up just a few of these, and you've got some great lighting options for your layout.
Yeah, metal construction and LED lighting. What more could you ask for?
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of great kits at an affordable price, these kits are stunning, and I'm going to give Ryan a moment to talk about all the wonderful things that you can do with these types of kits. What's really nice is that out of the box, you can put it together and it's ready to go, but with just a few minor details, whatever skill level you might be, these buildings have the ability to just really pop and become something just amazing and special for you.
I think so too. These are 5 great kits. Some of these have been in and out of the hobby for quite some time, so you may recognize some of them from years gone by. But they're still good-looking buildings with a lot of molded-in detail, a lot of separately applied detail, and make for an enjoyable model. All the kits that you see, as we've got them here on the table or in the catalog, were painted and weathered and put on a base to sort of set the scene for you. But everything that you see there, other than the dirt and the grass or the track, is included in the kits. So you do get all the details and so forth. They'll come molded in multiple colors. Should you want to just build them without doing any painting or extra work on them at all. But with just a few hours of paint and time, you can really kick these up. And of course, you could take it much further too. I know I plan on getting a few of each of these and kit bashing into some different looking structures and taking it a step further.
Speaking of the structures here, we've got them shown in a couple different ways in the catalog. We have them shown as separate sale pieces for the barbershop, pizza parlor, and furniture store. But for a bargain, you can get the block promo kit all together as one with a bonus pack of figures that'll come in it as well. And those can be placed in any type of configuration on your layout, not just as they're shown there. But you really do add some value by buying the bundle.
Yeah, this is a fun one, and something I think we're going to continue down the road. So this is the 100 block, and we'll probably do a 200, 300 block as we go along. But if you're looking to do a simple street scene, this is a great way to get started. As I said, you could build them as you see here, or they simply can be rearranged and positioned in any angle or shape that you'd like, or add other kits and details in between. There's a lot going on in here, and it makes for a very versatile scene. But the 3-pack, really, you do get the added bonus of having some nicely detailed painted figures that come with that. So I mentioned everything else that you see here, though, with the exception of the little light up street light that we just showed you, comes in the kit, including on these two in particular. There are quite a number of sidewalk scene details, as well as a complete detailed interior on that first floor. So you get a lot of great interior details there. They're easily illuminated. These come with the non-operating street lights, but you could certainly replace them with some of the new lighted street lights, furniture and so forth. This one's a barber shop. It will also include multiple signs in here, so if you want to change the name of things up, you can do that. We've got the barber shop. We've got the furniture store. Could be an antique store. Could be a secondhand store. You name it. You could set up however you'd like. There are signs that can be put on the sides of the buildings. Customize this to any way that you like it. These also have windows that can be positioned opened or closed, so you can model them that way. But all the extra little bits and pieces that you see there are included, and it makes for a really nice, fun kit to build and detail. More details actually than we could realistically cram into the small footprint of the kit. So I think you get a lot of bang for your buck on these.
Right, and if you view the catalog online, there are actually videos that'll show you a 3D turnaround of the building, so you can get a close-up view of all the great details that are available with these kits. Just rounding out with just a couple additional kits here, we have the sand water tower and the station platform as well. Again, really easy to put together, very detailed instructions in there, whether you're a beginner or a professional like Ryan here. There's some type of level that you can achieve either out of the box or with just a few great weathering techniques.
Absolutely, yeah. The sand and water house, I would say, is maybe verging on an intermediate level kit because you have to cut a few pieces here and there, but really it turns into a beautiful model. The station platform is super easy to assemble. It has a very spindly look to it, but it actually goes together super fast and really nice, and could easily be expanded with additional platforms to make it longer or do multiple tracks, however you'd like to do it.
Rounding out there, we did just want to note that Lionel does offer HO rolling stock as custom pieces. So as you sit here and watch and think about your train clubs or organizations, feel free to get in touch and we can work with you to create some really great custom product in HO rolling stock.
Yeah, we've already had some interest out of this catalog from folks, so that's great to see. We've got a couple other really cool announcements of things coming up, Megan.
Absolutely. Train Day is quickly approaching. We're on our 9th annual National Lionel Train Day, December 2nd, 2023. This is an opportunity to get an exclusive collectible when you go. Tell them about where else we'll be for Train Day this year.
Well, we encourage you, no matter where you are, to visit your local Lionel dealer, and a lot of our dealers do put out some special events and happenings that day or sales. So certainly want to go there, pick up your Lionel National Lionel Day boxcar if you're collecting that series. If you're in the Concord or Nashville areas, or are willing to drive to the Concord and Nashville areas, we will have special things going on at both of our retail store locations. So you'll be able to meet Meghan and I in Nashville, as well as some more of the team there. We'll have some of our team here in-house in Concord as well. And we'd love to see you all there. So mark your calendars for December 2nd, and we'll see you in December.
Absolutely. Rounding it out, it is time again for our Lionel annual parts sale. This weekend only, 50% off parts on lionelsupport.com.
So just go to lionelsupport.com, search for the parts you need, and fill up your shopping cart. And we'll be getting those orders out starting next week.
All right. Thanks so much, everyone, for joining us. Ryan, thank you for joining me as my co-host today. I really appreciate it.
It's a pleasure to ride shotgun for a change.
Awesome. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in and getting a first look at the HO Digital Catalog. And be sure to contact your dealers for all your ordering information. Get those pre-orders in, and we look forward to sharing more progress on the last release and sharing all the stuff with this release as the weeks go by.
And more good news in the HO world to come for sure, starting in 2024. So we're just getting warmed up.
Just getting started, guys. Thanks so much for joining us today.